This video is brought to you by my new book, The Boy Without Magic, available in both ebook and paperback. Links in the description.
Sonic's the name, speed's my game.
I'm never having Taco Bell again. Guys, I've got amazing news. The Sonic the Hedgehog movie, it's actually good! Okay, it's not as good as Detective Pikachu or Dead Rising Watchtower, but even by the low standards of video game movies, this is good! And on the standards of just regular films, it's good! This is worth seeing! Okay, now let's get... Okay, hype aside. This movie has a very simple plot. It's the type of story we've seen a dozen times before, about a guy who's feeling lonely, wants friends, wants to find his place in the world, and eventually does so by the end while changing someone's life or outlook on life. It's a very cut-copy story that we've seen a dozen times in other family films, but it does it well, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sonic, alongside the original human characters for this story, they're all likable and they're played by good actors. I don't know the names of the actor they got to do Sonic's voice or the cop character himself, but they're good. And Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, though, he steals the show in this. Alright, I won't say I'm a huge fan of the guy. I mainly just know him from The Mask, but this is Jim Carrey from The Mask. This is 90s Jim Carrey back again, and what's more is his version of Dr. Robotnik is not only funny, but he's a genuine threat. A major criticism that can be thrown at a lot of films aimed at families or kids is that they've often got weak villains that really just exist for comic relief, and while Robotnik does do that, he is still a force to be reckoned with. He's smart, calculating, and genuinely intimidating at times. Jim Carrey really does give the best performance out of the cast. He's the standout performer. And what's more is they also adapted elements from the games in really interesting ways that actually create some original lore for the universe the movie takes place in, such as giving a purpose and explanation as to why Sonic collects rings, for example. It also helps that the movie is genuinely funny too, with plenty of really good jokes peppered throughout, though some aren't so good and do lead to some cringy moments. Like when Sonic does the floss dance from Fortnite, I just cringed every time I saw that, all 3 times. And what's more is the movie really feels like it's over too soon. It's suitable enough, it's got suitable enough runtime for what's on screen, but I actually kind of left the theatre wanting to see a bit more of this world that they created around the blue hedgehog. And on top of that, even though this is a family film, it's definitely geared more towards kids. That isn't to say there's nothing here for adults in it, but it definitely knows who's more excited to see it, and that is children, so a lot of the jokes and things you'll see play out are geared more towards them. But the stuff that's geared towards the adults, though, funny for kids and adults. And I should also give the movie praise for one other thing as well. It was not afraid to take creative risks. No joke. Not only do they take risks in interpreting things from the games in interesting ways, but they even built a ton of original lore with nothing to do from the games. The opening, for instance, shockingly dark. They actually show Sonic's, adopted mother die. I'm not lying, and that really surprised me. I should also mention this before I forget as well, the CGI in this movie is great! It not only lends itself to some great scenes, some great action set pieces in the third act, but the animation used to make Sonic, oh man, it's beautiful. It's a work of art unto himself. And he not only looks like the actual character from the games, but like he really exists in our world. As soon as I saw him for the first time, I had a huge smile on my face. Anyway, if you're looking for something to entertain your kids, or if you're like me, you're a 90s kid and you just want to go on a nostalgia trip, this movie is worth your money. Okay, it listened to fans, it changed up what needed to be changed, and what we get is a genuinely good movie with a lot of talent, heart, and soul behind it. This is a film that you can not only watch and be entertained by, but also feel good that you've rewarded people who put in the work and effort to make it so. Give it a look. and have some fun for yourself with your kids.
Round 1 to go. I'm almost all completely caught up on my backlog of videos, and up next it's going to be my review of Parasite. Then after that, I've got a review of the all-new Invisible Man. I cannot wait to see that. And for this month, in terms of game reviews, I'm going to be taking a look at the early access horror game, World of Horror. Here's a spoiler for it, the game kicks ass. I've got all that and more coming up, so please stick around.